go thumbs sideways with this because I can't go thumbs up because I was so sad listening to it and I was calling this a depressing whale. I can't go thumbs down because it was a well done podcast. But for me, it was just something that I really had a hard time with.
Yeah, I think I'm a strong, mild thumbs up. if that is such a thing.
A diagonal thumb.
Yeah, I mean it's well told. They've got good interviews. If you just skip episode 5, I think it's pretty solid. I think it asks a lot of interesting questions. There's a lot of stuff to talk about.
I emotionally connected with this in a way that I did not think I would. And episode 5 is I'm sure very divisive among listeners. A musical number which they use to illustrate part of this whale's journey, his interiority that like you obviously aren't going to get. The musical number, like I said, as a piece of art really touched me. And I thought, and I made, because I'm a softie
and you
anyway,
alone.
and maybe me alone, and that's fine.
I'm like Laura, I don't know how to talk about this podcast. The reporting is great for the most part. The sourcing is great. The central conflict is very interesting. I hated listening to this podcast, and I think a lot of people would hate listening to this podcast. I hated it. Every minute of listening to was torture for me. So, good podcast that I hated listening to, and a lot of people will hate listening to, really hard to review. So, like Laura, I'm going to have to go solid thumbs sideways on this one.